Well, they don't look like me. They don't talk like me. They don't look like me. And they don't talk like me. They don't look like me. And they don't talk like me.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Comic Shop. As always, I'm your host, Eugene Capon with...
And I'm Pat Mest, and we are here to salute America. It is July 4th. Putting my hand on my heart, because I'm loving America right now. Loving it.
I'm a loving dual citizen.
You monster. You only need one citizenship.
Yeah, but my dad was born in Canada, my mom's an American. What am I gonna do?
It's okay. I respect Canada for their maple syrup. I'm addicted to that stuff. Love it. Can't get enough.
Hey. Canada is a perfectly peaceful country unless you beat them in hockey. Then they'll probably riot their own town.
You know what the police should have done? Instead of trying to cap the rioters, they should have been like, hey, here's some maple syrup, man. And a tall beer, right? Is that stereotypical?
I slightly find that offensive.
Good. It was...
Well, anyway, speaking about America...
We're going to celebrate it, right?
Yeah.
Woo! All right.
What are you doing with your July 4th?
What am I doing on my July 4th? I am just going to stare at a flag all day and drink a beer. That's my plan. How about you?
I'm probably going to hang out with my family and blow some stuff up.
Hey, it's all good times in America.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, to celebrate, we're going to talk about our top 5 patriotic heroes in our part 1. It seems fitting for the red, white, and blue. And people might say, there's not many patriotic heroes. Oh, we found some gems. There's some great patriotic heroes for us to talk about. You ready to get into it?
Yeah. Who is your number 5?
The first, number 5, we're going to talk about is Bucky Barnes, Captain America's sidekick. It seems pretty appropriate to mention him.
The past lightman of Winter Soldier.
Yes. And I feel this says a lot about, how I feel about Bucky Barnes, because, as I've said before, I'm not big on sidekicks. And he comes off as kind of Robin-esque. He's a young kid, probably like late teens, early 20s, wearing a little costume and helping the other guy fight crime. And I'm not a big fan of it overall, but I wanted to at least give Bucky Barnes some love because he is Cap's sidekick. And unfortunately, in the comics, he did appear to pass away. But
I remember seeing him in the Ultimates where, after Captain America's unfreezing, he goes and finds him, and he's an old man. He lived his life. He married. He had kids.
Well, no, what's sad is because he ends up marrying Cap's old girlfriend in the Ultimates.
That's awesome.
They think he's dead, and then he ends up comforting her, and they end up becoming friends and dating and having kids and stuff. Steve Rogers wakes up. Not only is it like 60 years in the present, into the future, he's lost all that time. His girl's gone too. Brutal.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like damaged goods. like I hate to say that. I want to say like love is eternal, but like if I've been frozen in a block of ice and I've been seeing somebody and she's gone on and lived her life to the full extent, I'm not going to hold that against her.
No, I wouldn't hold that against her too.
Be like, no, you break up with them right now. We be going.
We be going. Yeah, Steve Rogers would totally say we be going. Always.
Wasn't there a black Captain America?
I think there might have been, yeah. Over the years, Steve Rogers might have been hurt or left for a while, and someone else takes the mantle. I'm not too familiar on all that because it's always Steve Rogers to me. So, but Bucky Barnes, we'll give you some love. You're number 5 on our top 5 patriotic heroes. This is where it gets fun. These next 3 we dug up are some true gems, and by gems I mean it's a poop-covered gem. Okay.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, number 4. The Fightin' Liberty Bell. Her spiritual connection to the Liberty Bell gave her superpowers and the ability to fight Nazis. Yeah.
Nazis?
Yeah. That's how the old timers said.
Nazis.
About them damn Nazis. Yes. The Liberty Bell. Her costume is blue spandex with a red Liberty Bell on the chest. Yeah.
How does the Liberty Bell give you powers?
I don't know, but she has a spiritual connection to the actual Liberty Bell, and it gave her the powers to fight Nazis. Just Nazis, apparently, though. No one else.
Wow. How does that work?
It's awful. That's how it works. It doesn't work. It's
I mean, the Liberty Bell doesn't even have anything to do with Nazis.
Well, Liberty Bell represents America. America hates Nazis. Boom.
Thanks for
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all of America's enemies are Nazis.
Yeah.
You have nothing else to fight but Nazis.
Well, Nazis are just so much fun to fight because they're gone and it's World War II era and we kicked major ass in World War II. It's fun to look back. It's just, I mean, come on, look at Hellboy, Indiana Jones, Captain America. It's just so much fun to fight Nazis. Everyone hates them. It's easy. You can't go wrong.
You know what? I really think superheroes need to start taking on skinheads.
I don't even know if they'd mess with skinheads.
They're the modern day Nazis.
Skinheads are pretty hardcore.
You know what? Honestly, there are like two different groups of skinheads. They're like the Nazi ones, and then there are the ones that kind of like, I listen to jazz.
I don't know too many of those people, so I can't really speak to that, but
Oh, I know a couple
I'm
of
sure
them.
at heart they're all nice people. Please don't hurt me. And moving on. Number 3, the Fightin' Yank. This might be my favorite one. This man is haunted by the ghost of his War of Independence era ancestor who fights for his country's honor. Yeah. Yeah. And he wears a tricorn hat and a white shirt with a rippling American flag on the front.
You know, Pat made me look up this character, and it was like, what was the comic book? Like Unsettling Stories or something?
I can't remember. I couldn't. It was hard to read all the other information because I kept looking at the picture and laughing. Well,
it's pretty bad.
Yeah, you need to Google it. We'll throw up some images on the website. The Fightin' Yank.
We'll write up an article about it.
Yeah, it'll be good times. The Fightin' Yank coming in at number 3. All right, number 2, Uncle Sam. Now, not to be confused with the propaganda Uncle Sam. This is a different character. Now, this character is the resurrected spirit of a Revolutionary War era soldier who mystically returns in America's various hours of need. What do you think about that? How awesome does that sound?
Wait, is this the DC Uncle Sam, or where's that guy coming from?
I believe
which
it is the
version?
DC one. It was created by the Spirits, Will Eisner, and the Spirit's a DC character, isn't he? Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm not too particular on that, but all I know is look up the picture of Uncle Sam, and I dare you to look at that beard and argue and not laugh. Who's your favorite so far?
When you say that, I always think of like the Venture Brothers Uncle Sam, where he's like all muscular and has the little hat and the beard and like a very small patriotic vest, and he's like, "I'm gonna crush it." It's like, oh, okay, man.
Yeah. So, thoughts and feelings so far. Which one has truly just wowed you with how, wow, that sounds terrible?
Oh, man.
I know it's
the
hard.
Fighting Yank.
The
picture for the Fighting Yank was pretty bad. Liberty Bell makes me want to crack it. Just joking.
I'd say the Fighting Yank has the best costume so far, and Liberty Bell is the most ridiculous. So, that's good times.
But you know what? Who is our number one? Who's the number one?
Who do you think is going to be number 1? You tell me.
I would have to go with Captain America.
Yeah, you know it. It's kind of obvious and cliche, but come on, how can we not put Captain America at number freaking 1? Steve Rogers, the man. He was too sickly to perform. He wanted to serve. He takes the super soldier serum, and he becomes Liberty's greatest weapon.
Not Liberty Bell's greatest weapon.
Yeah, seriously. Liberty Bell, pretty lame. But Captain America, I mean, come on, how awesome is that? And of course, we got the movie coming out not too far away.
I'm looking forward to it. You know what?
Have you seen the latest trailer?
I have. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That trailer just pretty much sums up Captain America in all of his glory.
And it's epic because, like, it just shows big words come flying in you. It's like, heroes are made in America. And then it shows him in a motorcycle, like, coming through some flames with the shield. And you're just like, wow. Get you jacked up.
I really hope that that's the commercial for the international release.
I heard internationally, actually, it's going to be released. It might be released as the First Avenger internationally in some spots. Not Captain America, the First Avenger. How do you feel about that? Does that make you...
Well, he kind of is the First Avenger.
It's unfortunate they have to to do that, but I can see them doing that in some regions. It makes
Oh,
sense.
okay. No, but I was kind of saying I really hope it says "Heroes are born in America" as part of the trailer for the international campaign.
Yeah, I really hope some of the Republicans running for office try and use like the Captain America movie or like clips from it like in their campaign. I think that would be pretty entertaining to see myself.
I hope this movie is just slightly better than the Obama birth certificate video. where there's literally an explosion, an eagle, an explosion, and then his birth certificate.
Yeah, it was just like... yeah. No, Captain America's got to be number one. He's the best. He's represented America's ideals for so long. He's a fan favorite.
You know, I was almost suspecting that you were going to throw Obama on there just because he shows up in like a Spider-Man comic.
Yeah, Marvel did a special issue around the time of the election with Spider-Man. That was pretty cool.
Hey, he is probably the most badass president we've ever had, man.
Definitely. Now, were there any characters you were expecting to show up on this list that didn't, or do you feel like it was pretty accurate, or do you have any honorable mentions, maybe?
You know, I think you did a pretty good job.
You know, I thought this was going to be a lot easier. I was like, oh, it'll be easy to find 5 patriotic heroes, but then I started doing some looking, and there was some really bad ones, and there was a lot more than I thought. So I kind of went for ones that I thought were humorous and kind of just cool looking. The Liberty Bell.
Wait, you thought the fighting Yank was cool looking?
He was cool looking in an awesomely bad sort of way. The guy's wearing a tricorn hat. Okay,
I don't think that'll strike the fear into his enemies.
Yeah, I don't see a tricorn hat and a green cape and a white shirt with a rippling American flag.
God, it's so terrible.
It's terrible. It's
terrible.
It's absolutely terrible. And I'm sorry you had to see it. But yeah, hope everyone's enjoying their 4th of July out there. Salute the old red, white, and blue and be thankful for what she's given us. We're going to come back in part 2 and talk about our least favorite costumes. We're going to continue the theme of bad and bad and bad.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What would Johnny Guns say at this moment?
Johnny Guns would look at you, take off his sunglasses, and go, "You're welcome." That is all he would say. But he hasn't been seen in months. So
we'll have to bring him back at some point.
We'll bring him back.
Yeah.
Don't forget to yeah.
We have access to the rights.
Oh yeah, we can dig that.
All right.
All right. Let's take a break. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back.
Inside the system. The connection. Inside the system. The connection. The connection. The connection. The connection.